Sent one last text. Be home soon. Love you. Then she vanished, and no one ever saw her again. Clara Adenuga was 17, full of life, and just 3 weeks away from graduating secondary school. Her dream was to become a lawyer. That night, she had spent time at her best friend's house watching movies and laughing like any normal teenager would. But when she left that house, walking into the night alone, everything changed forever. Her mother, Mrs. Adenuga, began to worry around midnight. Clara never missed her curfew. At first, she thought the battery on her daughter's phone had died. But as the hours passed, panic set in. She called everyone Clara knew. No one had seen her. By dawn, Clara was officially declared missing. The search was instant and massive. Flyers were posted. Streets were combed. Community groups gathered. Police set up hotlines. Clara's name was on every radio and TV station across Lagos. But there were no leads. Her phone had gone dead minutes after her last text. There was no CCTV footage. No witnesses. Not even a piece of fabric or a dropped item. It was as if Clara had simply evaporated into thin air. Weeks turned into months. The town moved on, but her mother never did. Mrs. Adenuga continued showing up at the police station every Friday for 10 years. Every year, she baked Clara's favorite cake on her birthday and placed it on an empty chair at the dining table. Her walls were covered with newspaper clippings, maps, and theories. She never stopped believing her daughter was alive. Then, in 2023, something happened. A demolition team, preparing land for a luxury apartment complex in Adenuga, struck something solid underground. It was a rusted metal trunk, old, sealed tight, and nearly forgotten by time. Inside was a shocking discovery: a set of human bones, a torn school uniform, a faded photograph, and a diary. The news spread like wildfire. The trunk was sent to forensic labs. When the DNA tests came back, the public held its breath. The remains did not belong to Clara, but the photograph in the trunk was of her. And the diary? It had entries that made hearts freeze. It belonged to someone named Mabel, a girl who was never reported missing, yet had written about being locked in a dark place, unable to escape. She described being sold, being moved, and seeing another girl who matched Clara's description. Her final entry said, "If I don't make it out, please find the inspector. He knows. He always knew." That name, the inspector, exploded across the media. Inspector Dimeji had led Clara's case in 2013. He was the man who comforted her mother. He even cried during press conferences. But now, his name was in a dead girl's diary, with references to money, to cover-ups, and to other girls who were never found. When police brought him in for questioning, the country watched. But within 2 days, he was released. No charges, not enough evidence. And shortly after, he retired quietly. Online forums exploded. Who was Mabel? Why did no one report her missing? What was this underground network she mentioned? And if Clara was seen by Mabel, was she held captive too? Was she still alive? Digging deeper, independent journalists uncovered strange bank transactions tied to Dimeji during the years he worked missing persons cases. A whistleblower inside the department claimed that records had been intentionally wiped, reports erased, files disappeared, leads ignored, and the deeper they went, the darker it got. They found that between 2010 and 2015, over 25 young girls had been reported missing within a 40-kilometer radius of Adenuga. Most of the cases were quietly closed. Many of the families had been told their daughters were likely runaways. No one looked further. Until now, suddenly, Clara's story was no longer just a tragedy. It was part of something much bigger, a hidden operation, a ring that targeted vulnerable girls, a network that used power, silence, and fear to stay alive. But then came another twist. A man, homeless and mentally unstable, wandered into a police station in Ogun State. He claimed to have seen a girl matching Clara's description just 2 years ago, alive, silent, and working in a strange compound deep in the forest. His claims were dismissed at first, but when he described a tattoo, a butterfly on her left wrist, Clara's mother fainted. That tattoo was real. Clara had gotten it secretly with her friend just months before she vanished. So now the question is, could Clara still be alive? If she is, where is she? And if she's not, why did someone pretend she was? One final twist is still haunting investigators. The last page of Mabel's diary had a cryptic line scribbled in shaky handwriting. They only let one of us go, but she'll never be free. She knows too much. The story isn't over. The answers are still hidden. But this was a warning. If this story gripped you like it did us, don't scroll away just yet. Click the like button. It tells us you want more stories like this. Subscribe to Robert's Chronicles and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss what comes next.